There is a lot of buzz around the internet regarding the oil crash. Let's investigate into the news a bit deep. Welcome to an episode of Joe Talks. I'm your host, Joe. Prices has fallen to historic lows, with crude oil ending to a value of negative 37.63 a barrel, which is a steep falling of approximately $56 per barrel by closing of April 2020 trade. Yes, you heard it right. The sellers are paying the buyers a negative market trend. The twin year had been a roller coaster till now, and April 20 is yet again a fearful day for the market. This fall in crude prices have raised a wave of discussion among the fellow Indians. Why still the petrol or LPG prices are still high? Do we really have an impact of this aforementioned fall? Join me to have a closer look. Many of us, when speaking about oil, thinks it is an indistinguishably homogeneous substance without any unique differentiation. But this is actually not the case. In fact, there are many different kinds of oil. As a matter of fact, there are over 160 different oils being traded in this market. 160 of them? Well, these oils are differentiated by their viscosity, volatility, and toxicity. Those old chemistry class memories. I forgot everything. What are they? Don't worry, we'll get a brief of them. Viscosity. Viscosity refers to the oil's resistance to flow. Higher viscosity crude oil is more difficult to pump from the ground, transport, and refine. Volatility. Volatility describes how quickly the oil evaporates into air. Oils that are naturally high volatile need additional effort to ensure that temperature regulations and sealing procedures to store it. Toxicity. The term refers to how dangerously poisonous the oil and its refining process are to local life, from humans to flora and fauna, as well as the environmentally fragile living entities and the organisms. Based on the viscosity, oil is classified into four types: very light oils, medium oils, and heavy fuel oils. Let's see a summary of them. Very light oils. They are highly volatile in nature. Their volatility is up to the rate by which 100% will evaporate within 2 days if stored carelessly. These are used in jet fuels, gasolines, and kerosenes. Then we look into light oils. They are moderately volatile, moderately toxic, and most of the diesel fuel, domestic fuels fall under this category. Medium oils, very low volatility, evaporation rate is very slow as it takes 24 hours to evaporate 33% of them. Most crude oils falling in this category. Heavy fuel oils, little or not evaporation is there, highly toxic, which could leave permanent contamination in the land and water. All intermediate and heavy marine fuels fall in this category. As previously said, there are more than 160 commercial variety of oils which are being traded. Let's discuss the top 3 among them, which gets most serious attention in the news and in the markets. They are WTI, which stands for West Texas Intermediate. Second one is Brent, and the third one is OPEC. WTI, West Texas Intermediate. The graph shows you the past 6 months price of WTI crude in the market. As you can see, the prices have a negative dip on 20th April 2020. WTI is extremely high quality crude oil which is greatly valued for its premium quality to get more and better gasoline from a single barrel than from most other types of oil available on the market. WTI, a prime crude oil to be refined in the United States and also Midwest and Gulf Coast regions. With the impact of coronavirus around the world, gasoline consumption is reduced across the United Nations and the demand is reduced, but the supply remains consistently the same. Despite being lightweight oil which evaporates completely if the storage is not appropriate, that is the reason for this price fall as storage spaces got filled up in US. However, this price fall is expected by end of March, as you could see various articles published around the US which states the United States would run out of these gasoline storage spaces by 6 weeks. Brent. Brent is actually a combination of different oils from 15 fields together, the Scottish Brent and Ninian systems located in the Northern Sea. Brent blend is quite excellent for making gasoline and middle distillates, both of which are utilized in large quantities in Northwest Europe, where Brent blend crude oil is most often refined. OPEC, which stands for Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. OPEC oil is a collective of 7 different crude oils from Algeria, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Nigeria, Dubai, Venezuela, and Mexican isthmus. Because of the OPEC being not naturally so light as WTI or Brent, it is priced on the lower side of the graph compared to the other two things in the list. The production of WTI and Brent blends are relatively in a declining trend, whereas the OPEC is having a greater ability to increase the production whenever necessary and is a major player in the oil industry. After understanding all these things, let us conclude on the issue. Here are the conclusions. WTI price drops to negative is because of lack of storage spaces. July futures price of the WTI crude is still around the $20 mark. India imports its crude necessities from OPEC nations, which is having a stable price tag of around $20. But the OPEC prices has seen a declining trend from January 2020, where they priced around $65 per barrel to $20 per barrel in April 2020. We wish there would be a decline in the petrol prices in the nation. I hope this post helped you. Thank you for listening. If you like the content, show me a thumbs up and wish you a successful day. It's your Joe, signing off. Bye bye.